Hey guys, it's Shawn Ziem, the host for the Network Marketing Insider, where we're bringing network marketers, affiliate marketers, and multi-level marketers to this platform to share their story, to talk about their failures, their ups and downs, the things that worked for them, that didn't work, the mindset training they might have gone through, how they prospect, a variety of different things that you will be able to learn. And we hope that when you're watching, you're not just sitting there watching and letting go in one ear and out the other. We're hoping that you will take action. So a couple housekeeping, those that are watching, it could be on YouTube or any of the audio podcasts, circuits. Please drop a like, at least drop a hashtag live on the live, hashtag replay on the replay. Drop any comments or any questions you might have. And if you are really nervous, just drop a favorite emoji. That helps us out when we're doing this with the algorithm. So let me bring on my next guest. We have Lukas. What's going on, man? How are you?
Doing fantastic, Shawn. How about yourself?
I'm doing fantastic, and I appreciate you for taking time out of your day to drop some gems, some golden nuggets. I always say. I wanted to. Where are you coming in from? Where are you calling from?
Well, the accent says something different, but I'm in Georgia. I've been living outside of Atlanta for the last 22 years.
Difficulties. Oh, here he is.
Can you hear me?
We have a little bit of a lag problem at the moment, but hey, we're going to work through it. I can hear you now. That's no problem. We'll make this work. So, Lukas, no, I definitely always ask, who are you? I always share, who are you and why did you get into network marketing?
Oh, good grief. Who am I? I guess I'm a kind of a loner. I grew up in a big family. I have a lengthy Italian background, and my parents had 12 kids. I was number 9. And most of them still live up in New England. I have brothers in the Midwest, a sister in the Midwest. My mother currently lives in Hawaii. So we're spread out all over the place. But I've been in the Southeast for 20 years. I like life without a snow shovel. And as for who I am, I'm just trying to make the very best of life and overcome some obstacles that, result from my past, whether it's my, how I was raised or just poor decisions. And to answer the question of why I got involved in network marketing is, to be honest, if you look at what is happening with the economy, the whole American dream seems to be turning into an American nightmare where people are just struggling. And in my line of work, I've been in the food and hospitality industry for the most of my life. Back home, my father had me working with him at a bakery while I was still in high school. And I continued working at the bakery after high school and then moved out of New England, and I'm still in the food industry. And I love what I do, but there's no end in sight. If I don't have an additional stream of income, I'll be working until my funeral.
I definitely agree with you. A lot of people are making ends meet, but they're also, could get that less stress if they have some more income coming through. And a lot of times, a lot of these companies, if it's network or affiliate or multi-level, it's a small startup amount that you would get involved with. That's right. People realize those things are pyramid schemes. They don't work. You're not going to make any money. They are an early entry. You can start with maybe a free, it could be $100, could be $900, but you could earn some good money from it if you are working the business. And that's where a lot of people are not doing that, the working piece. What do you think are some skills that people, if they're looking from the outside, those traditional work, what do you need to know or do to become successful in network, affiliate, or multi-level marketing?
From my experience, you have to have courage, because it's not an easy thing, reaching out to people, especially if it's, like in sales, you have cold market where you talk to people you don't know. That takes a lot of courage. But from what I think it is, you have to you have to learn to listen. So you got to take this thing and shut it and let people talk so they can express themselves. Because if somebody's legitimately interested in having an extra form of income, whether it's just a few $100 extra a month, maybe just one extra $100 a month, or even, for the people who are really go-getters, they want that income that's going to replace their job and is going to last past their existence, to take care of their family, or, for whatever reason. But people need to feel important, that they matter. And sometimes, from my experience, when people have tried recruiting me or the way I've been trained in the past, you're not taught how to just listen. You've got to take time to let people open up their hearts because it's for them. In reality, it is for other people. This is really about helping people get to the next level, not just me trying to make a couple extra bucks. No, it's about you, Shawn. It's about the next person. It's about the people who are tired of struggling, tired of basically living from paycheck to paycheck, never having a vacation, never having the extra amount they need to take care of their family, to build up an extra cushion and have a little peace of mind. And they deserve that.
I definitely agree. And it gets you back to dreaming again. A lot of people don't dream anymore. Oh, if I had a few dollars here, I could do this, I could do that. My goal, and I'm a teacher, I make decent money, but I want more for my family. I want to do things without putting on a credit card. I don't do credit card stuff. People, I earned having a vacation. Bullshit, man. Like, nobody has to have a vacation. It might be a couple years before you do that, just like a Disney World vacation. Sometimes that takes people years to go there, but Absolutely. It allows you to dream. And then once you're dreaming, and it motivates you, then you figure out your whys. And then, because my whys are my kids, I have 4 of them, and my wife. And I want to do things I never have done before in my past. I want to bring it to the future with my kids and my family. So it allows people to go to do other things they never thought they can dream about. And I want them to start bringing that back. And listening is so key. I like what you were saying.
That's beautiful, man. And you have something that I don't have, and that's children. You have a family. I came from a family of 12. I learned through ancestral research that that stems from my dad's mother's side of the family, where she was one of, I think, 11. I said, "Oh wow, that's where that came from." So I'm surprised I don't have any kids, but I would love to have that opportunity to extend my family's legacy, but also to give a child a life that I didn't have. A life of a little bit extra, a life of, like you said, those vacations, those once in a lifetime moments that not everybody gets to experience. And even though there's a lot of negative perspective viewpoints on network marketing, as people like to describe it as a pyramid, I mean, what are your other options? What else are you going to do? Because I mean, there's so much that's available to make things just a little bit better. And if it's with a reputable company, with a product that makes a difference, and then it turns around to make a difference in your life, why would you say no? It's really an opportunity that I would love to experience that. So Shawn, I commend you for being that great dad, for being that guy going to make the very best for his family. I think that's wonderful. It's such an honorable thing.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I like what you were talking about with listening, and a lot of people don't listen, and they're always, I tell people about my product and myself, and they're like, throw up on people all the time. Throw up. No, man. Find out, have conversations, find out, go deep, but find those pain points that people have. Those are where you can help someone get to a better place in life. And it might not be the product or service that you have. That's what I've done with my insurance business. I'm not always pitching insurance. I'm talking to people. If I can help them with video marketing, with branding, with building their business, social media, whatever. And if you can give someone some assistance, they're going to connect to you. So when they need whatever you're promoting, they're going to go with you because they know, like, and trust you. How important is social media to you and your business, Lukas?
To be perfectly honest, social media has not really done much for my business. It's actually been more of an obstacle. Like I said, I work in the food industry. I'm in hospitality, and I find myself more comfortable conversing just like this. I want to see a person's face. I want to actually talk and hear their voice, not just a message going to somebody else's inbox that they may or may not ever respond to. And most of the time through social media, people don't respond. And, when you, based off your background, some people will have, just kind of brush it off like, whatever, I don't care. But in some cases, they might find it disrespectful. And I've, part of my childhood, I was ignored, kind of pushed aside. So if people don't respond, I'm just like, I personally find it disrespectful. I don't take it personally. I move on. I'm fine with it now. But that's one thing that I think could help people that are maybe new to the industry, is to learn to be kind of thick-skinned. That it's okay if people don't respond. It's okay if it's even okay if they say no. So for social media, I'm using it specifically to, for lack of a better way to describe it, to entertain, enlighten, encourage, motivate. And if people choose to reach out, fantastic. If they choose not to, hey, then let them live their life. The last thing I want to do is upset someone or make somebody's day worse. I like making people laugh. And so I use social media for jokes or storytelling, or if I found something like during my day-to-day affairs that I thought was encouraging and motivating, I'm going to go on Facebook Live and I'm going to tell the world, whether they listen or not. It's not really about me making another buck off of someone. It's what can I do to impact you? What can I do to positively get you to the next step in your life? Because there's some people out there that they're on their last rope. And if we can say or do something that can impact them to go another hour or another 24 hours where they've just given up on life, I think that's more powerful than making a couple extra bucks off a sale,
What Lukas was just saying is what most people are not doing and should be doing. Social media is working for you, Lukas. You're using it the right way. You're talking, you're giving value, you're entertaining, you're buying brain cells. A lot of people, all they do is, if you look at real estate agents, so they're going to start putting out, oh, I won this award, I won that award, and nobody gives a shit what you won. They don't care. They want to make sure you can close on that business.
Yep.
So, no, you are 100% right, but you are wrong. It's helping you. It's something that is paving the way for you. You're building your own brand, because no matter what Lukas is doing, people are watching and they're going to reach out to you when they're ready. And it's just a matter of time. And you're playing the consistency, the long game, the marathon, and that's the right way. That's the way I play as well. I want engagement. I want people to connect. I want conversation. You're doing that, and it will help you, and it is helping you. You don't realize it yet, but you're using it, and I'm glad you're using it because it's going to start snowballing for you, because that's what it's done for me. I've done video since 2018. So I've been in that game for a while, and it took 6 months before I started seeing anything from it. And my wife's like, why are you doing it? Because watch. Nobody's as consistent as what I'm doing. Nobody's doing what I'm doing. I'm going to change the game. And it's what I've done in network marketing as well. So I applaud you for what you're doing, man.
I mean, I really appreciate that. You just kind of helped clarify my point of view and my thought process, because sometimes you overthink or overanalyze, and you can see people succeeding in different areas, and sometimes you'll look at like, well, what about me? What I'm doing doesn't seem to be working. I even had someone contact me privately about some of my content. And I was literally told I would not work with you based off of this. Yet all the other people that communicated with me said, this is great. I love it. Keep up with this because this is really good stuff. And it was just for entertainment. I decided to go a different route, because I just don't like, spamming people or, broadcasting products all over my Facebook page. They want to know what I'm doing, what products we carry and what we're working with. They can reach out. Plain and simple. I'm more interested in having, giving people something to laugh at or to feel better about their day. And so when the one person said, I wouldn't work with you because of this, well, I got about 20 other people that said they would. Not in those words, but they came to me and said, I love what you're doing here. So it felt good to hear that. Like, well, fine. If this is working, if this is going to make people's day a little bit better, I'm going to keep going forward with this. I like it. I guess we have a little bit of a
here,
lag.
guys. So we're still here. StreamYard. Yeah, StreamYard's a little hiccup today for some reason. Must be a lot of people on StreamYard. But hey, you can't work with everybody. You're gonna fire some people because if they don't like the values that you bring, they don't agree with. You don't have to agree with everything. You don't have to like me all the time. That's fine. And that goes back to having a thick skin and being able to deal with rejection.
Yeah.
If people really got involved in, because it will give you that thick skin. Because, man, I get people that door knock. They door knock on my door for solar, for contractors, and I ask them, "Can I get your address so I can go knock on your door?" And they look at me, and I'm like, "You're knocking on my door. You're making my dog bark. You're waking up my kid because you want to sell something. But let me have your address." And they won't ever. I haven't gotten them to tell me that yet.
It's very much like the moment on Seinfeld.
Everyone should be doing. Everyone on channels. Yeah, you got it. So I even offer them some jobs too. But here's the question I like hearing from. I asked you to be on a podcast. Tell us what you felt when I asked you, and then also what you're feeling like being involved in it right now.
My immediate thought on when you asked me about the podcast, my first thought was, well, why not? I didn't see a reason to say no. Because I've done my own podcast in the past, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It wasn't, on this platform, and I struggle with putting the material together, but it was something I thoroughly enjoyed. And right now, it just feels natural. The interaction, the communication, the questions. Honestly, Shawn, I'm enjoying every bit of this. I think this is a fantastic platform, and I'm honored that you invited me.
It's something that a lot of people have a fear of public speaking, to give some secret sauce that some people have. Because I always say this, man, you could tell somebody how to make $1 million and they will not follow every single step. They'll go from step 1 to step 10 and they won't be successful because they missed all the ones in the middle. But I always want to get people to come on and collaborate because, hey, there's friends of mine that will never get involved with what I'm doing, but they might get involved with what you're doing. You're providing value. You're building brain cells. You are, giving information that people might be interested in doing. And I always tell people, when you're going to a YouTube channel, or if you're listening to it on podcast, look at the description. Reach out to the guests. Reach out. Look at Lucas's information and see if it's a fit for you. And if it is, it's an amazing opportunity. We're all helping each other. Right. And I found this is the most powerful media, man. Doing video, it's incredible because it's now, with the reception, but we're in different parts of the country and we're able to collaborate, and that's powerful.
Absolutely. Very powerful.
And I've found the more that we do it, the more confident you become because you're competent. You're competent because you've done it before. And I found that when it goes back to our whys, or what is next step for you? What are you looking to do as far as help become more of a leader? Are you helping to recruit more people? Are you looking to, what are some of your goals going forward?
Oh, man. I'm not going to lie, Shawn, setting goals has been a challenge of mine for a long time. So for me personally, just this is on the personal level.
For the goal setting.
Go ahead.
I don't use goal setting anymore. I'm using action initiatives. Whatever I'm going to put into place, I'm going to actually do. Because if you goal of losing weight, you're never going to get to that goal. But if I say I'm going to be, in this pant size in the next 3 months, I'll get there because I'm focused on that action, and I'll make that happen.
I actually really, really like how that sounds. Focus more so on activity. And that's something that some of the big time network marketers train on, is the importance of focusing on activity, not the results. Because of that extends into so much of life. That's not just network marketing. That's, if you have an exercise goal, if you're just trying to improve yourself, and some people who need to deal with therapy, they'll say, well, things aren't getting any better. Well, don't focus on the results, focus on the activity, focus on what it is that you need to be doing every single day. And if you're consistent with it, it's going to bring results. I mean, that covers so much of anything. Like, for example, with your mind, you have to be consistent with what you feed your mind. If you're trying to become more positive and energetic, then feed your mind that positive stuff. Read the developmental books. Put things inside of you mentally and emotionally that are going to make you happy and positive. And eventually that just takes over your personality. Before you know it, you've gone from the negative Nelly to, Peter Powerful, and you're overcoming every single obstacle.
Overcoming obstacles, sharing your personal life is very important. I always, I don't know if I even told you this. My second daughter, had a liver transplant when she was 4 months old. And my wife and I shared the journey, and she's a healthy 6-year-old right now. She's doing fantastic. She's down to only 2 medicines, really 1 medicine that she has to have. She had 15 that she had to take morning and night. Try to give medicine to a 4-month-old. It was incredible. And we have the journey, we documented it. People are like, thanks for sharing that information, because a lot of people go through things and you're connecting with more people. And people are like, oh, I would never. And there's other people, I would never share what I'm personally happening. I'm like, why? Because people go through things all the time. And you have to be able to understand that they're all human beings. So that's, when people have bad days, I'm like, dude, my daughter had a very bad days. So it's like, we look back and that just drives you more. Just drives you more.
Absolutely, man. And that's it. I agree with you. Your internal struggles don't always have to be private. There's some things that should be kept private, but if stuff that you've been through is going to help somebody push forward another day, why keep it quiet? I mean, that's a powerful story. I mean, it shows, the love and passion you have for your family, but it also shows, what you've created is basically living on through your children. And they also have that ability to overcome, because that's quite powerful. I mean, really powerful, man. So yeah, you're absolutely right. If your story and your what you've overcome is going to encourage someone, it doesn't have to be business. It can be with anything. Then put it out into the world. let everybody know what you've gone through and how you've succeeded and how you've become so much better on the other end. You never know how you can impact someone. If you just keep everything inside, you got to let that stuff out.
And with you sharing your information constantly and consistently is important. And it's something that everyone, they don't know where you've been. And then if you're sharing, if a good friend of yours is sharing an opportunity, you should definitely look at it. I'm telling people all the time, I have opportunities that are free. And I'm like, do you know who I am? We're freaking friends for like 15, 20 years, man. Just take a look at this. I know you're going to do well with it, but people have, and that's why I'm trying with this podcast, kind of educate people, try to twist that myth that's out there. And one of the most, and you said it as far as personal development, that is a huge thing in network marketing. You are allowing yourself to read books, listen to podcasts, you might be on different videos, to building your mind, because you're going to have those days. You have to keep that. I'm learning. I'm reading a book right now. I don't have it with me at the moment. It's for leadership, because I want to communicate better as a leader, because I've found I want to be able to give everything to my team so that they can continue growing, because I don't have to do anything anymore. I can help them do it. And if I could help them and duplicate, they always talk about duplicate. I think there's a better word, and I don't know that word yet, that will allow those people to be successful by what you're teaching them, because they're actually taking action.
Yeah. And that's going to make the difference right there, is setting the example. And it's like the expression goes in the industry. It doesn't matter what works. It matters what duplicates. So if you're doing something that other people can take, learn from, adapt, and share it with others that have joined, then that's going to basically replicate. And that's how you get time freedom, man. It's not about, us as, our own personal interests. It's about helping others, with their goals and getting them past their obstacles. So whether we want to be a leader or not, we still have to take that role to an extent, because if, like, for example, I've got people that have trusted me, and sometimes I look at my past and I'm like, me? What have I ever done? But no, I mean, they've trusted me, and they've joined in this business that it's only been a month and a half, and I've already got a couple of dozen people underneath me. I'm like, I've never had this before. It's fantastic. It's going global. And what do? We encourage each other. Just the other day, it was me and my team. I'm actually just a couple of us. That wasn't even the whole team. Just two of us. We got on the phone for 20 minutes, and we just talked. And we're like, okay, here's what I need. This is the encouragement I need. And they listened and they addressed it. Afterwards, it was like, great, let's move forward. That's something that's easily duplicated. So if we're able to provide something that others can follow and share, and just continue to work on creating that environment, that whole positive vibe within everybody, and you can become unstoppable.
You said you had a meeting with another person, two of you, right? Hey, a lot of people think, I need to have hundreds of people. I need to have them all showing up to a Zoom. I have a Zoom with my team every week, right? I only want the action takers that show up. There might be 100 people, 200 people on my team, 300 people on my team. There might be 10% that show up, and that's okay. That's okay. We only want to work with the ones that want to work, the ones that see the vision. They see where you can actually go with something. That's who you want to focus on.
Absolutely.
The ones that are just going to sign up just to sign up, get their freebie here or get this or that, that's fine. But the ones that really are going to earn the most are the ones that you said it's global. I'm in something too. I brought in 19 people, and I have over 250 on my team. And it's nice, because of the people inside. There's people inside the platform that are doing what we're asking them to do, but they're going above and beyond. And it's not something that I couldn't do it myself. So I'm like, this is powerful. So now you spend your time helping, encouraging, giving skills and tools to help them. So it's a powerful thing. And man, the time flies when I do these things. I just appreciate, you carving some time out, giving some, and having a little bit of hiccups. I'm very persistent. I would say if you're consistently persistent, you're going to be successful. Because shit's going to not go right. We didn't have the, perfect, I guess we had some audio issues. We had some, technical issues throughout, but we still can hear. I still
Absolutely.
heard you. Might have been able to not see, but that's fine. And it's something that we're here to help. I want to remind everyone to go to the description of either on the audio with podcast or with the YouTube channel. Reach out to Lukas, see if it's something that, have a conversation, see if what he's doing might be a match. Otherwise, hey, follow his socials, take a look at what he's doing. And then least that people can do is drop a like and share this video with a family member that they like. That's always, I like to tell people, just share the video and help us out, man. We love support.
Absolutely. We love the support in whatever way it comes.
Yes. And I want to thank you for joining us, Lukas. Stick around for one moment. Everyone else, we hope you have an amazing rest of your day wherever you are in this world.
Thanks, Shawn. It's been a pleasure.